Well, I haven't heard about the policies directly, but in terms of introducing mean testing, it depends exactly to what benefit they're applying it to. And specifically on free education, I'd be strongly opposed to that. I strongly believe that in terms of education in universities, that should be free for all, according to their ability, not their ability to pay.
They're rotten, rubbish, and they are not any good for families, and we struggle enough, basically. Yes. And for this up and coming generation, the policies are crap.
Well, I prefer it the way it is now. I prefer the pre-prescriptions. The education system's fine as it is. Means testing. Scotland's going the way it is now. I like it the way it is now for a change. I don't like the fact that the Labour Party's going back the way it is, rather than. I was watching the Newsnight programme the other night, Question Time, and basically Scotland are actually more progressive now.
I think it's quite sad actually, because it's for the younger ones now that are having to work until they're maybe 70. Like my daughter, for instance, is a prison officer, and she's going to have to work until she's 68 before she gets a pension. You know, so I think it's quite sad the way the country is. It says it all when you see them out like Joe Indonesia.
Well, it wouldn't have worked for me or I would say the vast majority of people, you know what I mean?
It's awful.
You think it's awful?
Absolutely awful.
Tell us why.
Well, free prescriptions. There's a lot of poor folk in this country, and we really need free prescriptions for these.
Labour have just become Tory with a different suit on.
I think it's
Same
with the time,
people.
that's it. Yep.
Put a new suit on, same people.
My
I
gosh,
was brought up Labour all my days, and I'd never look at them now.
Well, I don't agree with the Scottish Nationalist Party's policies in the first place, because I don't. At the end of the day, free prescriptions have to be paid by something else. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. So I think the Labour Party have got it right. I think we should means test them certainly, and people who can afford to pay should pay, people who can't afford to pay shouldn't pay. Before the free prescription charges came into being, you also had a prepayment certificate that you could pay a lot less money for, and you could save yourself a lot of money that way. Secondly, if the people are unemployed or the people are disabled in any way and not able to work, then they should get free prescriptions. If you can't afford to pay for something, then you still need care. Free education, I think, is actually a very good thing. If people can't afford to pay for it.
Yeah.
If they can't afford to pay, again, the same as prescriptions, they should pay.
It's a bit funny now that they're actually saying that we should be paying for the schools and paying for the universities and all that type of thing. We were quite lucky. Our boy went to Stirling University and never paid a thing back in the old days. He's a serving police officer and doing well. So I think it would be a shame if we lost that. And I think the Labour Party, they might as well just call themselves Scottish Conservatives.
Labour's supposed to be for the working class. Well, if they do away with all that and all the unemployment, I've got 5 grandbabies. It's into their 20s and they're not one of them can get a job.
Yeah, I see the point.
So if Labour cuts everything, what happens to the young as well as the old? That's it though. That's how I think about it.
The genuine people are all for that, the free prescriptions. Old people that's hard up, maybe just can't afford to make themselves better. Where there are other people try to get as much out of the system as possible. They might put the younger families off. We're trying to afford to put their kids through education. I would say the free prescriptions, the free education, yes, that should be a standard. Not to be abused. That's smart. I've never been means tested, so I don't really know too much about it. It doesn't sound too good.
I honestly don't have a strong opinion if we want one.
Well, as students, obviously, we want free education, and prescriptions are always good to be free. Like, a lot of people maybe couldn't afford. I couldn't afford it if it wasn't free, put it that way, but now I'm getting education, so
Neither of us
education
could afford
should
to go to uni if it hadn't been paid by the government.
Yeah.